Good morning. This is Mike Yonkman, Chief Investment Officer for Ankerstar Wealth, coming to you with a weekend update. Green markets, Walmart earnings, and I'm going to talk about alternatives or things to get into business or getting your career off other than college. So, with that, must remind you this is a financial education presentation. You must do your own due diligence on anything that you hear. More disclaimer information can be found on ankerstarwealth.com, and the opinions expressed are mine and mine alone. So, it's been a great week in the market. You probably haven't thought about it, but your portfolios are going up when we have weeks like this. So, let me show you what happened. It seems like it's been already so long ago since we had that sell-off, is less than 2 weeks ago. But when you look at this week, S&P 500 already, up every day and already eclipsed where it was a couple weeks ago. But I want to show you the year to date. Very normal looking graph. Up and to the right, a couple dips that we've experienced in April and August. But not quite yet at the all-time highs again, but we're hoping it gets there soon. Certainly expect there's going to be volatility going through the end of the year, elections and discussions and all the excitement with that. The NASDAQ, which is more the tech stocks, very similar looking graph this week. Look at the year to date. Has a little bit more to recover the all-time highs that shot up in early July, but back on its way. The companies are still great. And one of the catalysts that we saw this week and gives us some confidence that while the economy is slowing, hopefully we are not going into a recession. Walmart. And when I think of companies that have their kind of finger on the pulse of the consumer, Walmart comes to mind, McDonald's, Starbucks, companies like that. But Walmart beat estimates. They beat revenue as far as the money they brought in. They raised what they believe they're going to earn this year. And although next year they say it's a little bit below what the analysts wanted to hear, but overall just great news from Walmart. When they came out with this week, they're one of the Dow components, and I think they were up 6 or 7% that day. So great news from them. For the rest of today, I just want to cover a thought. Earlier this week, Steve had talked about college expenses, and as a parent of a college student, as a person that's went to college, and I know that's on our mind, that college is very, very expensive. Whether you're paying for it for your kids, or your kids are taking out loans or whatever, it is expensive. So what would be an alternative to learn incredible skills, gain independence without having to go out and pay anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 a year? Why pay? Maybe get paid to do it. So what I'm going to list is the top. I think I have 7 or 8 jobs that I would consider starting out in a kid's career. So here we go. So the first one, no surprise, McDonald's. The first job for, first thing that comes to my mind if you got a 14 or 15-year-old, and I'm not saying you need to, give up sports, not focus on academics and just work, but getting some work experience is very important so that you can get used to interacting with other people that are customers and gain some work skills. So McDonald's comes to mind. That's one of the places that I worked when I was a kid and got started. So, what are the advantages of McDonald's? They require no experience. I think when my kids, one of my kids worked at McDonald's, it was like, show up on time and be willing to learn. That's it. So, and you get paid some too, and probably get some free unhealthy food. So, next one that I want to put, which I think is a little step up from McDonald's, and I've had all my kids that worked at Subway, is you actually have to interact with the customers and do customized orders based on what they want. And that experience is good. So, how do you make eye contact? How do you listen? Pay attention to details. Little more advanced, I believe, than McDonald's as far as working, but, place I would recommend, Subway. Next one, and I think this next one is kind of the pinnacle of customer service when you're very, very young that you can get into, and that is Starbucks. And I've read a lot about Starbucks and the emphasis on training people to deal with customers. And you just can't, in our careers, we're always going to be dealing with somebody as a customer. It may not be a consumer at the last line, it may be an internal customer, but Starbucks can teach you a lot there. And hey, one thing, news on Starbucks, they hired a new CEO this week from Chipotle, Brian Nicole, and their stock went up 20%. So, not a great rating of the old CEO, but certainly hopes in the future for the new one. So that's in the news. So I've talked about customer service. What's another very important thing in today's society to learn when you're young? Supply chain management. How do things get from here to there? How do we move product? And there's nothing better than Walmart, right? Huge earnings, biggest retailer, and certainly you could be a cashier, although I think they've eliminated most of those positions. They do self-checkout now, but actually stocking the shelves. Now, I did not work for Walmart when I was a kid. I worked at Big Bear, but stocking shelves and seeing how product moves, how you rotate inventory. I truly believe that, spending a year working at a Walmart, and guess what? You get paid to do it. You learn so much. So that's one. Another one, let's go to the next level of supply chain management. And this one's not retail like in the store, but Amazon. If you have an Amazon warehouse near you, and I don't believe you probably can get these jobs when you're below 18, but spend a year picking and packing, or spend 6 months, or just get some experience there and learn how supplies really move. So Amazon would be a fantastic one. And then when you bring it all together and you get some customer experience, you get some supply chain management, let's talk about product and explaining product on the verge of sales. The best I could think of would be the Apple Store. So when you go in the Apple Store, these young people, wide range of ages, but you probably can't get in here before you're 18 or 19. They explain the product. They're on the verge of sales, but not quite. And plus, Apple's just a fantastic company. I'm sure you get a decent discount on stuff. So there's that. And then the last one I'm going to recommend, and I know Steve will agree with me on this one. Where can you really get away from your parents and get some experience and learn to operate on your own and learn to wake up early and work hard? The United States military. And I'm not saying you need to go out and join a 4-year commitment full-time. But there is the Air Force Reserve, Army Reserve, National Guard options out there. And, you're going to learn to experience some difficult situations and build that grit to accomplish things. Plus, here's the thing. You get dollars, GI Bill to help you with college so you don't have to go into debt. So just thought I'd provide this as some alternatives to college. Obviously, college is a great thing to do if you pick the right major and you work hard to learn. So with that, I hope you all have a great weekend. I will actually say one other thing is when it comes to working these jobs, the object is not just to work, earn money, spend money. The object is to learn, but with those dollars, this is what I recommend to my kids. 50% of your money comes in, go ahead and spend it. Buy fast food, go out, enjoy the dollars that you earned. 25% put back into savings for, house down payment, car, tuition. It's like a short-term savings, and 25% put back into a Roth IRA for true retirement. Those dollars that you save right now for retirement, you pay 0% tax on because you're not at a high tax bracket, and ultimately you can take them out without paying tax on it, and over a 40 or 50 year investment period, they grow phenomenally. So that'd be my recommendation. I hope you all have a great weekend.